That earns another mutual look between Hunter and I, but he returns to his coffee quest after a moment. Though his voice, what little I've heard of it, is flat and controlled, Theo's entire body is tense, like a rubber band pulled taut. I can't quite place whether this is lingering stress from yesterday, or a result of some new crisis. Or maybe this is what he's usually like, and the cheerful veneer I've grown used to has been a facade. Maybe it's a mix of all three. Hunter stares blankly at the coffee pot, me at him, and Theo at his phone. After about 3 years of silence, the coffee finishes brewing. The raccoon brings over 2 steaming mugs and takes a seat next to me. Mic test, mic test. Mic test, mic test. Mic test, mic test. Mic test, mic test. One, two, three, four. Okay, I had to fix the mic real quick. Just realized that it was the video broadcast was not enabled. It is now enabled, so we're fine. We sit quietly for some time. I sip my coffee. Hunter stares at his, sips it, makes a face, then sets it down. Theo ignores his mug entirely. One second, you guys. Just want to make sure everything's looking peachy. I can see Hunter open his mouth again, looking determined to break the silence. But Theo beats him to it once more, his voice hard and flinty. I think Diana, the OU in number 27, is still in her apartment. Oh. The table falls silent again, save for Theo's frenzied tapping. Are you talking to her now? No. If she even has a cell phone, it would be dead by now. I'm talking to the Robinsons in number 30. The venom in his voice is surprising. My eyes flit to Hunter's, and I can see them react, though he keeps from physically flinching. Are they across the street from her house? Yes. After a long moment of silence, Theo breaks it by setting his phone firmly down on the table, face down. He looks right into my eyes, and suddenly I see the barely contained fury, the panic, seemingly mere moments from breaking loose. They won't agree to let her stay in them with them. That woman is almost 90 years old. And hold on, you guys. We are on the Hunter route. Yippee. She is tiny and real thin. Oh, actually, Where did the Where did the YouTube one go? There we go. There we are. How do I keep this pinned? Hold on, tick. Let me see if I can keep this pinned up. Probably not. Oh well. Just gotta be careful. She's tiny and rail thin. If she stays in that house much longer, it's gonna kill her. I can tell Hunter and I both feel flattened by his anger, though it isn't directed at either of us. The raccoon puffed his chest out a little before speaking. Maybe we can go over to check on her, see if she's okay. She's not. I went over there earlier today and banged on the door and on all the windows until she answered. She said she wasn't leaving the house until she knew she had somewhere else to go. That's enough to quiet me. But Hunter doesn't seem ready to concede just yet. I don't want to offer up your place without your permission, but maybe we could get her in here. And Theo raises a paw and cuts Hunter off. You don't understand. I physically shrink into my chair, eyes dropping deep into my steaming coffee. Even on her best day, I'm not sure we could get her up the street, not with this much snow. And she's been sitting in that house for 3 days. The Robinsons live across the street. Given her condition, it would be a miracle. At that moment, Hunter stands up, placing his paws on the table. I had to take off my shoe. I feel so much better now. Yelling at me isn't going to solve anything. His voice comes out convincingly calm. I don't think that you're intending to direct any anger at me. We want to help, and this isn't taking us anywhere productive. Theo's intense eyes meets Hunter. He folds his arm tightly across his chest, as if holding something in. Then the fox backs down. His furious expression curdles to a mix of emotions I can't quite place. You are correct, of course. Sorry. Hunter exhales, then continues. Have you spoken directly to the Robinson? I think that might set us up better than texting. No. Only defeat remains in the voice. Okay, how about we call them? I know you've been out in the snow already this morning, and you're probably not eager to head out again. Only now do I notice the coat drape over the back of his chair, the melted snow still clinging to his fur in patches. How long has he been awake? I think if I do that, I won't be able to stop myself from yelling at them. At least it's honest. Then we can take care of that. We'll talk to them and get them on board with the situation. Listening to Hunter, I'm nearly convinced too before realizing what he's promising to Theo. I would hate to dump this on you. Thomas, well, I guess you'll see what he is. Whatever he is, I know we can handle it. Theo levels his gaze at Hunter. Are you sure you're up for it? I mean, after the chaos yesterday morning. I definitely remember Hunter's silent somberness in the den, and clearly Theo does as well. Hunter smiles with only the barest crack in his demeanor. Don't worry about me. I was just tired. He repeats the same line again. But, you make a good point there. You took care of that situation yourself by yesterday. Yesterday by yourself. How about you let us return the favor? It takes a minute before Theo nods quietly, sliding his phone across the table to us, touching it gingerly, as if it were a mildly dangerous animal. Get some rest, Theo. We'll keep you updated. The fox gets up slowly and winces, as if finally remembering that he exerted himself this morning already. He puts his mug in the sink, stomping in the door frame before leaving the room. The code is 061710. Thanks, you two. Then he is gone, and just me and Hunter in the kitchen. That was convincing. Right as the word leaves my mouth, I see Hunter puff and put his head in his arm. I think I fooled everyone, myself included. I can hear a mix of humor and sarcasm in his voice. Well then, his head pops back up. Whoops. What's our strategy here? Honestly, we rarely know anything about the Robinsons. Aside from their clear reluctance to take a frail old woman in their home. Right. He unlocks Theo's phone, takes a look at his most recent text, and pulls out his own phone to start snooping. It says here that the husband used to be a big shot executive at some company. Wait, how'd you find that out so quickly? Job networking apps. Here, look at this. He turns his phone to show me. I took a look at the pictureless profile of a Tom Robinson before Hunter pulls the phone back to continue his research. How do you know it's him and that he's the right guy, even? Well, I got his full name from Theo's house, Theo's phone, and his address matches number 30 on this street. You can see people's addresses on that app? Surely that's against some kind of privacy law. He shrugs and keeps scrolling through Tom's profile. You'd be amazed what data companies give you when you're willing to pay a little. I glance at the bottom of his screen and see a crown with premium raiment on it right next to his username. It says he's on the advisory board for his company now, so he's probably out of practice. That's where they throw old executives who are reluctant to leave. I didn't quite place Hunter as a business guru he seemed to be this morning. He scrolls through the app with the same single-minded focus he displayed while playing chess. Anyway, I think we should call for sure. Clearly texting has gotten us nowhere. That sounds reasonable. Do you want to drive? Sure. I nod, relieved. I don't know what the heck I would say to this guy. Other than, I guess. I see the raccoon tap Theo's phone a few times, quickly bringing up a phone number. He closes his eyes and puts his snout in his paws for just a second. Another mask slip on. Then he shakes his head as if to clear it before pressing the call icon, putting the phone on speaker. It rings 4 or 5 times before someone finally answers. Yes? A gruff male voice halfway to angry already. Good morning. Is this Mr. Robinson? Yes, this is he. Great. It's a pleasure to get this speaking opportunity with you. The raccoon's voice comes out rehearsed, precise, and mind-numbingly corporate. Since when could Hunter talk like this? It's a far cry from his usual relaxed, loping cadence. Hunter pauses for a quick beat, then continues. As is likely apparent, I am not Theo. I am calling on his behalf about matter you two had been discussing. Is that the bad god? Is that the bad god? Back Jimmy. Go ahead, lay it on me. I kind of, oh man, I should really set up the YouTube thingy so the YouTube chat can be on stream, but I'll do that maybe later today. I don't know. I'll think about it. But yeah, Peck Jimmy. I'm actually a big fan of Peckod. Does he still upload? Actually, does Peckod still upload? Let me check. It's been like a hot minute since Peckod. It's Peckod. No, he doesn't upload that much anymore. Peckod versus Jack Doherty 2. Oh, wait. What? I need to watch that. I actually did not know. Hmm. I'll watch it later. I'll watch it later. Yeah. As is likely apparent, I am not Theo. I am calling on his behalf about a matter you two have been discussing. Mr. Robinson clears his throat, then fires back with a voice every bit as stiff and corporate as Hunter's. What was that part about being out of practice? Yes, that is correct. With whom am I speaking? My name is Hunter. A pleasure to meet you, even if it's just over the phone. Apologies for the early call, but I am currently working with Theo to ensure the safety of our neighbors. A bit of a stretch given that Theo is literally housing us all. To my understanding, there has been some correspondence already regarding the elderly woman staying in apartment 27. Yes, that is also correct. He lets out a practiced chuckle. Correspondence is a little generous, though. It was more similar to soliciting than anything else. I have never received so many texts so early in the morning. What a guy. This Fox polite exchange is starting to tick me off, though I remain perfectly silent. Hunter seems to have this covered. Like this is just another day for him. He ignores Tom's jab and continues laser focused. Great to hear that you're all caught up. Though I'd prefer to confirm the details with you personally, if you have a minute. I'm sure you understand. I do. Please go ahead. Ugh, feels like I'm listening to an executive boardroom. It sounds like you and your family have avoided the worst of the storm. Very fortunate. That is true. We are blessed for that. Tom's response comes out after a pause, clearly not expecting the focus of the conversation to shift to himself. Great to hear. Now, with how committed you seem to be to this community, I'm sure you are aware of Miss Diana, one of the longest term residents of this neighborhood. He catches Tom off guard briefly as he shifts the conversation back to the Snowden you. Yes, that is correct. Slight annoyance creeps in, though still kept in check. Excellent. Theo and myself paid her a visit this morning to make sure she was weathering the elements, but we're shocked to find out that she's been without power for several days. I raise an eyebrow. Hunter was definitely in bed with me this morning. We were fully prepared to take her in ourselves, but unfortunately, we've run into an issue. Enlighten me. From his sour tone, I can tell Mr. Robertson is getting tired of this corporate speak. I'm sure he's not used to being on the receiving end. Hunter plows ahead, clipped and professional. Well, it was brought to our attention that Diana suffers from several medical conditions that make her transport to Theo's residence challenging. Additionally, this morning we had an individual in our household come down with a moderately severe cold. News to me. Now Diana hasn't received any of her annual vaccinations, which, combined with her age and compromised condition, makes her a high-risk individual should she be exposed to any illnesses. Where? Hunter resolutely plows on, speaking over him. I've confirmed with the medical professional that it isn't safe to bring Diana here for all of these reasons. Rofi, I'm guessing. Though to my knowledge, they haven't spoken since last night. This leaves us in a tricky situation. As you may imagine, the life of a member of our community, the possible legal backlash of us accommodating her, particularly with the risk of her falling severely ill. It's quite the mix of obstacles. We've attempted to reach other neighbors, but they have not been nearly as responsive and receptive as you. For that reason, until we are able to find more suitable accommodations for her, we would like to ask for your generosity in helping us house Diana. Mr. Robinson tries one more time. When? This is a temporary measure, I can assure you. We are actively looking for others that may be able to host her at this moment. Furthermore, as a cornerstone of this neighborhood, we feel comfortable and confident that you would provide Diana with the best care possible until we come up with an alternative solution. Hunter finally stops, taking a silent breath in. What questions or concerns do you have at this time that I may address? The phone line goes quiet, save for the sound of Mr. Robinson breathing, clearly thinking hard. Finally, he takes his turn and fires back. As a long-time resident of this neighborhood, it will be my privilege to ensure Diana is taken care of. However, resources are scarce and difficult to replace. Given the severity of the storm, accommodating her will certainly take a financial toll on us. Hunter, seemingly predicting this turn in discussion, barges back into the conversation before Tom can continue. And I am more than happy to shoulder that toll on your behalf. I'm sure we can reach a favorable resolution on the cost of her staying in your home. Let's say the value of a night at the nearest 4-star hotel for each day she stays with you. I blink in disbelief at Hunter's nonchalance, unlocking my own phone to start looking up local hotel prices. $300 a night. Yes. Mr. Robinson sounds completely stunned. That sounds like a reasonable agreement. Reasonable? It's borderline robbery. Fantastic. We will sort out Diana's belongings and we'll have her at your doorstep within the hour. Clearly still reeling, Mr. Robinson can barely choke out a reply to Hunter's rapidly approaching timeline. Great. I will have my wife start cleaning up immediately. Good to hear. I look forward to meeting you in person soon. And with that, Hunter hangs up. I stare at him, mouth hanging wide open. He shrugs sheepishly. Hey, what's with that look? We got it done, right? He doesn't even look remotely proud. At the cost of $300 a night. I mean, I was being honest when I said I'd cover it. I'm not letting Theo contribute at all. I mean, he's going to go insane when he hears about it. Well, then he won't hear about it. I'll sort it out with Mr. Robinson separately. So we just won't tell him. Tell who? What are you telling? Theo walks back into the kitchen right as the words leave my mouth. He looks like he's ready to hear some bad news. Hunter turns to hand him his phone back. Telling you that we were able to get the Diana situation sorted. Mr. Robinson will be ready for her in an hour. She can stay as long as she likes. Theo's surprised look says it all as he reaches to pocket his phone. How did you manage that? A magician never reveals his secrets. But if you were wondering, it was just running circles of corporate talk around him. He's rusty, judging by his publicly viewable resume. Hunter waggles his phone at Theo, who squints to read his screen. There's a moment of recognition as Theo recognizes Hunter's app, before he snorts incredulously. And you outran him, with professionalism. Sure did. Guys like him talk a big game, but they usually fall in line in the end. Anyway, we should go ahead and start getting ready. Theo snaps back in serious focus. Right, yes. I think we'll need all hands on deck for this. Shoveling Diana's driveway, helping her pack her things, the works. Then, Alice and I will go and get everyone upstairs awake. Can you get Artemis and meet us all at the front door in 5? Theo nods, breaking into a grateful smile. Strong work, both of you. We were happy to help, right, Atlas? Yeah, of course. I mean, I didn't do literally anything, but Hunter's clearly happy to share the credit. As we walk out of the kitchen, I realize my jaw's still on the floor. Hunter bounds up the stairs, taking 3 steps at a time, with me trailing behind. Who first? Let's start with Ollie. Sure thing. We make it to Ollie's door, then pause. Hunter takes a deep breath, rubbing his eyes a little. And everything alright? Yeah, I'm good. It feels wrong to say I'm tired because the day's only just begun. Well, you did get up at 5 a.m. That's my normal wake-up time, though. Really? What for? Gym opens at 6 a.m. for athletes, 8 a.m. for the rest of the students. He takes another breath and starts bouncing from side to side like he's hyping himself up. Gotta use my benefits while I have them at school. I shake my head at his renewed enthusiasm. Enthusiasm. Okay, let's do it. Ollie, you awake? No reply. I knock this time. Ollie, we have a situation on our paws that we could use your help with. Maybe he's actually sleeping. Oh, actually, where's my water? I put my ear to the door and hear his voice softly like he's chatting with someone. No, he's definitely awake. Why don't we text him? I'm sure he'll see. And it'd feel weird just walking in on him. I nod and send him a quick text. Hey, you up? We're outside your room. Oh yeah, give me a sec. Instant reply. Bingo. After a couple seconds, the door swings open in front of us. Sorry about that. What's up? TLDR, there's an old neighbor stuck in our unit with no power that we need to move across the street to another neighbor's house until the storm subsides. Succinct. Nice. Oh no, is she okay? How long has her power been out? We're not really sure, but probably at least as long as mine. Oop. We're trying to head out in the next hour to get her to the Robinsons, across the street from her. Ollie nods intently. And how can I help you guys most? Good question. We'll probably help gathering her things or shoveling out of her driveway to make the transfer easier. Theo wants everyone on board for this. Got it. I'll get my code. Where should I meet everyone? Hey buddy, how's it going? Wait, hey Uptastic, it has been a hot minute, hasn't it? Good to see you again, my friend. Oh, guess what? So, Promises to Keep got a new update. They got a new update. Oh, I finished 0.8 for Promises to Keep. And then next thing you know, I found out there's an update, 0.9, and that's day 4 to Hunter's route. So you're actually gonna watch me finishing Promises to Keep again. Or hopefully, yeah, it's been a while. Good to see you again. Good to see you too, my friend. So yeah, crazy thing. They're on their Patreon, they're putting in a vote on who's going to be the next 4th day, and it's just down to Ollie the Dino, which is who's on screen right now, and the Blue Jay, Artemis. So I'm like, I need like a good week to decide who I'm gonna vote for. But yeah, it's good to see you, Arptastic. I hope the weather's been kind to you. I know it's been very snowy for a lot of people. Downstairs good. We'll be there in a few minutes. Okay, sounds like a... Ollie lets out a huge yawn, covering his mouth full of sharp fangs with an arm. Oops, sorry. Oh yeah. Ollie, did you sleep at all? He smiles nervously. Well, no. But I napped a bunch during the day. I don't need much sleep to get by anyway. I'm in the UK, so no snow over here. Oh. Yeah, it's been fine. I live in the southern part of Florida, and in a single day, it went from 70 degrees Fahrenheit to literal freezing temperature, and I got hit like a ton of bricks. I had a huge headache. My body was on fire because it wasn't used to the sudden shift in climate. So I was like out for the entire day. I got better though. I'm all good now. I know for some people they're still experiencing freezing roads, and thoughts and prayers to those guys. Yeah, thank you. Appreciate it. But yeah, good to see you, my friend. Good to see you, my friend. But yeah, let's go ahead. Are you sure? We could cover for you if you need the rest. No, I'm okay, really. I'd probably be up for another few hours anyway. Alright, you let us know if you need a break at any point today, okay? Of course, thank you both. It'll be just a minute. He nods and scurries back to his computer, saying something into his microphone before presumably hanging up on a call. Oh, my friend Ollie was on Discord. With that, the two of us move on to Rofi's room, pausing outside his door. Hunter stretches his arms up to the ceiling and almost knocking into me. His frame makes the hallway seem whole lot smaller. Hey, watch the elbows. I wouldn't look good with a black eye. So sorry. With an apologetic smile, he leans over and places his head on my shoulder, despite the fact that he's taller than me. Cozy. And if you say so, that looks like a rough angle for your neck. But it's cold, and you're warm. I pat his head, not even realizing my tail swishing happily up behind me. I still can't believe how velvety soft his fur is. You're also only wearing your tank top. That probably has something to do with it. You're right. Wait here, actually. Back in a flash. He clears the hallway in a few paces, slipping into our room, question mark. It's gotta be Ollie, but I also just want more Rofi content. More Rofi content. Let's go. I've done all these routes, and he's only until day 3, but holy moly, Ollie's route is actually pretty something else. But yeah, I think I'm gonna put my vote onto Ollie, maybe. No less than 30 seconds pass before he reemerges, wearing a slightly less revealing shirt and holding both our coats. His look considerably newer than mine, which is no prize at all. Now neither of us can complain about being cold. The track looks so good on new PC. Yeah, thank you. Transferring things over on the new PC is such a worthwhile thing to do. No, but seriously though, I don't know if I told you that I've transferred everything from my laptop to my main desktop PC now. Like after I returned from my shopping in Micro Center and installed that beefy 5070 Ti into my system, the software I'm using, which is VTube Studios, I think it's called. Oh, I know you were planning to do. Oh, okay, cool. Yeah, yeah, no, the tracking is amazing, and it's because of the software that I'm using, which is VTube Studios, or VTube, whatchamacallit, you know, that free VTube thingy that you get on Steam. So it comes with this tracking technology that only works on the newer RTX cards. So I turned that on, and now my card is doing all the tracking, and it's like night and day. Like oh my goodness, like no more crazy eye twitching, no more eyebrows just going nutty, right? And my mouth movement, well, I mean there's like minuscule mouth movement, but you know, it opens when it's supposed to open, so that's all I ask for. Oh yeah, no, it helps a lot. Yeah. Oh yeah, for sure, because now Because previously the tracking was done entirely on the CPU on my laptop. Actually, I think I could have done it with my laptop's GPU because it's got an RTX 2060 in there. So I probably could have done it. I don't know if that would have just taxed the machine even more. I haven't tested it yet. But there's no point for me to do that anymore because now I got an actual PC attached to it all. So, yeah. Also, crashes stopped happening. Thank goodness. Everything just works. Everything just works. But yeah. Oh, yeah. Honestly, like switching over to PC, like to main desktop, is such a complete upgrade. It's been so much easier to do on my voice work projects too because everything is just so quiet. My computer is extremely quiet, so I do very little editing now. After my reels, which is great because it saves me time, makes my voice reels that much better. Ooh, okay, I've been on a tangent now. Let me keep going. You got me there. Oh yeah, no loud laptop fans going. Yeah, we're good. We're done with that. I'm still gonna keep my laptop because it's still it still works great as a what's the word, content media device. So I can still use that for maybe some light video editing. Maybe I can use that as a actually maybe not as a dedicated. Nah, I'm just gonna put my laptop into retirement and just keep it as a content media device. That way I can at least do some video editing or audio editing or any of that stuff. So yeah, that way I can at least have some use while it sits around collecting dust. So I salute to you, my laptop. You've been great. You've been great. He takes a good 4 steps and is back on my side, handing me my coat. As he moves closer, I catch a whiff of a new scent that definitely wasn't there 10 seconds ago. Is that Rofi? Did he really? Wait, what? Wait. He takes a good 4 steps and is back at my side, handing me my coat. As he moves closer, I catch a whiff of a new scent that definitely wasn't there. Did he really? Oh, he put on new cologne. Okay, he didn't fart. I let out an exaggerated scoff. Alright, you clearly want me to guess what fruit you picked today. Come here. His tail wags slowly as he wraps me in a hug. I rub my snout into his neck fur. Oh, it's apple. Easy. It's not meant to be difficult. Yeah, it seems like it's more meant to get me in your arms once a day. I feel his face heat up and I stop. Sorry, I didn't mean. I start to back out of the hug a little, but he holds me tight. Oh, the only time my trick will go jank is I have like something in front of my face, like this big coffee / teacup. So like if I take a sip, right? Watch. But that's like the worst it'll ever do. Just shrink and resize and shrink and resize. I start to back out of the hug a little, but he holds me tight. No, it's okay. I don't know. I didn't really expect you to reciprocate. We stand in the hallway in an awkward but comfortable embrace. Then Ollie's door opens. Hunter and I quickly step away from each other. Okay, we should probably get Rofi. Ollie peeks his head out and waves to us. Be out in a sec. No rush. We put on our coats, then knock on Rofi's door. I immediately hear the rustle of bed sheets. Yeah, what's up? Here comes Rofi. I wonder if he was already awake. Hey, we have a situation we could use your help with. The dog takes approximately 3 seconds to get out of bed and to the door. I can hear him practically scamper across the floor. The door swings open and a serious-faced Rofi greets us. What's happening? We brief him like we did with Ollie, and get him on board quickly. One other thing, I hate to volunteer your skills for free, but she seems pretty old and frail. I'm not sure if she needs any medical attention, but if you could just keep an eye on her while we do our thing, that would be amazing. Oh, sure, of course. So what'd I do? The dog's voice come out of kind of flat. Oh, Arptastic, you seen the prices for ramps these days? It's atrocious. Or prices for computers in general. And even if you get like a motherboard RAM bundle, it's like, why is it? Wow, it costs so much. It's like, wow. Be grateful with the ramps that you currently have. Yeah, because of AI, right? Yeah, because of AI. I know. Was it Crucial? I think it was Crucial. I think it might have been Crucial. I think Crucial like signed a. Wait, it was either Crucial or a company that starts with the letter H. One of those two signed like a 3-year deal to just give RAM to AI data centers and just to those data centers. So it's like Corsair. I don't know about Corsair. I don't know about Corsair, but it wouldn't surprise me, to be honest. It wouldn't surprise me. It's the oh, right. It's the it's the chip manufacturers that every RAM's pretty much like go to. Oh yeah, the ones who makes the dies. The one who makes the dies. HY. Actually, you know what? Why don't I just grab my phone? Probably be able to find the answer that way. Let me see. I'm checking. Unix. No. What if I just type RAM, then type the letter H? No, not HyperNex. Here it is. HYNIX. SK Hynix. Oh no, or is it Micron? I don't remember anymore. I have to go back and look it up. But yeah, no, thank goodness, thank goodness your computer has RAMs. Thank goodness your computer has 16 gigabytes of RAM. If you have more, bravo to you. Please keep them. And I always and ever since the prices of RAM skyrocketed, I've heard stories at. Did you already have this PC, or you bought all the parts recently? So I already bought all the parts recently. I already have all the parts recently. Before the RAM surges, I actually bought 32 gigabytes of RAM on eBay for like 99 bucks. These are DDR4 RAMs, by the way. They're not DDR5 because my motherboard is only DDR4 compatible. And then I bought my GPU at MSRP price at my Micro Center, just right before everybody. Oh yeah, no, I got lucky. Yeah, I got lucky. And I bought my GPU at MSRP price at Micro Center. It was when my local Micro Center still had GPUs in stock, and just before Nvidia was like, so we're gonna slow down GPU production, and yeah, you're probably not gonna see those super refreshes in 2026. You might not see the 6th generations in 2020. Oh man, I can't remember the last time it was this bad, other than the whole crypto mining fiasco that happened when the 30 series cards came out, and then you couldn't get a GPU because everybody was on that crypto mining. Gonna end up with an entire generation just using their phones instead of bothering to fork out over for a PC. I know, right? No, seriously though. Like, what a bad time to be building a PC. And its RAM prices are so ridiculous. There's been stories that people are stealing the RAMs off of display models in Costco. You know how you have display PCs to show off the innards of a PC and all those fancy RGBs. Yeah, people's been opening the cases and stealing the RAMs out of them. Like, RAMs are basically the 2026 of jewelries when you think about it. Like they're so small, so easy. Just about every household has them, and yeah, yeah. So people's been stealing RAMs off of display cases, and that's so nutty. Like never ever would I ever think that would happen in a timeline like this, but here we are. But here we are. Oh goodness, I really hope things calms down. Step 1 of upgrading your PC. Buy a ski mask and glove. You can make a YouTube series out of that. I can see that in a thumbnail. Step 1. Buy a ski mask and gloves. Oh man. Oh, Lord save us all. Lord save us all. The dog's voice come out kind of flat. Worrying flat and a little concerning, truthfully. Great, we'll be downstairs. Rofi nods and closes his door wordlessly. Huh. Seeing my reaction, Hunter mutters to me softly. That's how he is when he's tired, don't worry about him. Is it really? I don't remember Sleepy Rofi ever looking so muted. I think Rofi... So you remember how when we fell asleep we saw Rofi's nightmare? I think that's why Rofi's muted right now, because he just had his nightmare. But since we're doing Hunter's route, we don't know that. I definitely want to check in with him at some point, but at Hunter's suggestion, I don't give the interaction much more thought. The two of us head back downstairs to wait by the fireplace. We're joined shortly by Artemis and Theo from the basement, then Ollie, whose coat also looks much newer than mine. Finally, Rofi comes down the stairs to complete the set. The mood is quiet due to the early hour, but tightly focused. All of us are clearly ready to do what needs to be done. Okay, everyone have their phones. We all nod. I'm guessing we'll need shovels once we get there. I have two sitting outside. They're plastic, but the metal ones are all in the garage, and we don't have time to dig them out. I have a metal one in my place, easily accessible. Shouldn't be a hassle to grab quickly. So do I. Great, you two go fetch those. Stick together. You never know what could happen in weather like this. Meet us at 27 as soon as you can. I interject to my own surprise. I can go with him too. Just make sure no one gets lost in the storm. Sure. Rolfie, Ollie, and I will see you there. Shockingly, my thinly veiled excuse to spend more time with Hunter is accepted. Theo nods once again and opens the door, ushering us into the bitterly blasting wind. Can't believe you're being unfaithful to Rofi with the other character. I went through, after Rofi's, I went through everyone else's routes. I finished Artemis. I finished Ollie's. I finished Theo. Am I missing someone? Am I missing someone? Is that everybody? I'm not missing anybody, am I? Hold on. We got the bird. Any of the others you particularly enjoyed? Ollie's one is actually pretty amazing. Ollie's one is pretty amazing. Yeah, no, Ollie is a very how do I say this without spoiling? Let's just say that Ollie has a lot of thoughts. Not particularly bad thoughts. No, not that bad kind of bad thoughts. But he is one of those people. Well, he's one of those people who like spends a lot of time thinking, especially when when one day you're just at night and then you're just having these deep thoughts, or shower thoughts. Yeah, let's go with shower thoughts. Yeah, Ollie has had some really, really big shower thoughts that made my mind go wow, wowzers. And Theos is honestly like the most complex of them out of them all. Yeah, no, Theos is extremely complex. Artemis is Artemis is a very sweet boy. May he be protected, and same thing for Hunter too as well. Yeah. I don't hate anybody's routes. I think everybody's route so far has been well written, but I think I had to give it to Ollie as being my favorite one, simply because of the conversations that we have. That's like really crazy. That's pretty crazy. But yeah. Uh, it feels colder than ever before. As I take the door from Theo to let everybody out, I see Ollie shiver and pull his coat tighter around himself. Hunter gives me a smile and a nod, taking the door and turn from me. Oh, yeah, sure. Yeah, go right ahead. Yeah. We fell out onto what we think is the covered sidewalk. I've actually been. I spent the entire I spent the entire week streaming, like the first week of February streaming, just promises to keep, just to see if I could actually like complete it before the weekend, and I sorta did. Then I saw the update. Then I'm like, oh, Hunter has a day 4 now. Here we go again. We fell out onto what we think is the covered sidewalk. Theo and Ollie grabbed the shovels laying right next to the porch, and Artemis, Hunter, and I split off from the group. Oh yeah, yeah. February is gonna be a month of consistency and strength. Like, I just gotta keep at it. I just gotta keep at it. I'm basically building discipline, Make sure that I never lose sight that I always stay hungry. I always stay hungry for more, even though I'm kind of yawning right now. But no worries, I do take breaks. And if it gets too much, like if it gets too much, especially when I actually decided to stream despite my headache, I know when it's time to stop early. I'm just like, all right, I'm out of energy. I gotta stop. Okay, folks, I actually live like really, really close, so I'm good on my own. Artemis points to a house just across the street. I'll text you the address. Meet me back here when you get your things. Sure thing. We'll be back ASAP. Artemis nods goodbye to us, then starts to trek to his place. The bird sneaks a glance back at me and... Is that a chinky wink? Alrighty, so... Hunter gestures in the opposite direction of Artemis. I'm down this way. Shouldn't be more than a few minutes. He holds out his paw. I stare at it blankly, then realize what he wants. I'm not trying to lose a snow leopard out here, You're much harder to see in this weather than I am. If, you're not opposed. Oh. And I can feel the redness creeping up my cheeks. A few minutes ago, we were hugging. Why does this feel more intimate somehow? Yeah. No. No, I'm not opposed. Smooth as chunky peanut butter. He laughs and wiggles his gloved paw. I slide my finger into his. They're so warm. His gloves are newer than mine, too. Off we go. The rest of the journey to his place is uneventful, minus the blush I couldn't wipe off my face for about 85% of the time. Hunter's long strides clear the path in front of us nicely, leaving deep footprints for me to trace. 1 second. Oh. There we go. We passed a dozen or so houses, most of them shuttered and dark, without a hint of their inhabitants. I wonder if they left for the winter, or if they're tucked away inside and sleeping soundly and awaiting the storm's end. Here in the muffled white expanse, we could be the only two people in the world. It's just ahead now. Holy moly, Hunter lives in there? Hunter, your house is big. He gestures to a snow-covered structure. I can make out the general shape of the house, but my pace slows to a halt. Yeah, everybody in this story is rich. Is like, oh, y'all have this much money? What's going on? Theo's got a Theo's got a second story in a basement, and wait, Hunter, what do you do for work again? Like, what do you do? How are you paying this off? I actually don't know what Hunter does. Um, my pace slows to a halt. The building looms balefully over me, bright golden lights poking through the windows, the creases in the walls, even the. Oh, wait, hold on. Oh, wait, hold on. Okay, no, I remember now. Right, Hunter's super rich, like, just straight up rich, so he's fine. Like, he can be whatever he wants to be, and he's fine. I remember now. I remember Hunter's backstory. There we go. The building looms baleful. Oh, I already read this. Atlas. Hunter squeezes my paw, and I snap out of it. You're right. We're here. I squeeze my eyes shut for a second, and open them back up and nod. Yeah, sorry. Just tired. No need to apologize. So, this is your house. Unless a lot has changed in the past few days. It dawns on me now how big the place is. And that Hunter actually lives here. He must be loaded. The house is set far back from the street, separated by a brick and iron fence and presumably an impressive front lawn. I can picture landscapers toiling away on the expanse of green, hot summer sun shining overhead. I can almost hear the roar of the riding mower. Hunter pulls me through the opening in the fence and makes his way up to the house, boots cutting a clearly familiar path through the snow. The shovel is in the garage, so I'm going to run there real quickly. The garage, got it. Without thinking, I start towards the right side of the house, to where the connected garage sits, just round, backing out of view. Wait, hold on. I feel his paw rest on my arm and pull me gently back. Oh, sorry, is it not this way? He flashes a quizzical, but good-natured smile. It is, but it'll be way easier to just go through the house. He takes my paw again. A real good guess, though, especially considering the driveway's all covered up. Yeah, just a hunch. Here, come with me and you can wait inside. Alright. Come on, Atlas, put some lightness in your voice, some pep in your step, be normal. Lead the way. When we reach the front door, Hunter pulls out his phone and presses a paw pad to the screen. I hear the sharp click of the lock, followed by a mechanical whir. He pulls it open and steps through. Almost as smooth as when Rofi asked you to come to his bedroom to water his Rofi has plants? When was this? Rofi has plants? I think he probably does, I just don't remember. Come on in. Oh wow, okay. Yeah, no, it's the so did I get that wrong? I remember he asked you to come to his bed for something innocent like that. And we just spawned like, sure, let's go to your bedroom then. Was it? It was either Rofi. It was either Rofi or it was Theo. I'm thinking that was probably Theo, because I know Theo's got plans. I know Theo's got plans, and he's a plant dad. Yeah, I think it was probably Theo. Knowing Rofi, he probably would have said, "Hey, you want to play some video games?" That sounds like something Rofi would say. Want to play some video games? I'm back. Feel free to sit anywhere. Give me 1 minute. Just make yourself. Oh, and don't worry about your boots. Just make yourself comfortable. He zooms off into another room before I can answer. This is weird. Fighting the intense deja vu, I step into the extravagant. Whoa. Extravagant foyer. Aside from the freshly trekked snow, the room sits perfectly untouched and pristine. I wander around the dining area, my footpaws following a familiar path. Everything looks the same, but emptier, hollower. So, during day threes, actually no. So between day three and day four for Hunter, I was asleep dreaming, and in my dream, I'm in this exact same place. Uh, Except there were butlers everywhere, and and now I'm here, and I'm like, oh, I can. Hmm, what superpower is this that would allow me to see what the insides of my friend's house looks like without ever stepping foot in the first place? Yes. Like, how do I, like, why do these things happen? That's crazy. Coder. X-ray vision before houses. Something definitely happened here. There is a spentness to this place, a void that lingers in the carefully arranged furniture and shining spotless floors, as if the house knows it has changed and will never be the same again. I shiver, almost wishing for that same golden warmth to return, for the walls and ceilings to crack and split and let everything out. Does Hunter live here alone? And where are his parents? Did you have a favorite out of the candidates, Theo, Hunter, Rofi? Honestly, I think it's just gonna be Rofi. I think Rofi is still my favorite. I generally feel like Rofi feels like he feels so much like he's like, I don't want to say canon choice because everybody else is like very well written that they could like be the the actual canon choice if there is even a canon choice, but it really feels like the story from beginning to end for is meant for Rofi. And to be honest, I really like Rofi. Like, you can't go wrong with Rofi. He's a great guy. He's funny. He's adorable. He plays video games. Um, I don't. Yeah, and it's probably there's probably no canon choice. Me thinking. Um, but it Rofi definitely feels like the most natural of them all. When I think about um how this game starts and how we end up meeting Rofi, especially because like around the beginning of the game, I think my character talked about actually did like reference Rofi a few times. And it wasn't until we meet Rofi that he's just like, wait, you're here? Like, you're actually here? Yeah. And it definitely does feel like the game is trying to lean you more to Rofi than anybody else. But no, but again, Rofi is just really great on his own. Even without the with the leaning here and there. Yeah, like they're setting it up early. Yeah. Yeah, that's what it feels like. Let me see. But yeah, Rofi for sure. I hear paw step approaching. In his story, the book culling the bedroom was so cute. Yeah, it was. Yeah, it was really mad adorable. I loved it. It was really great. I hear paw steps approaching me. All I can do is stare at my surroundings. And I found an extra. I don't really register what the raccoon is saying, still lost in thought. He taps my shoulder gently. Atlas, are you good to go? Once again, he breaks me out of my trance state. Ah, sorry, I'm here. I'm just intrigued by this place, I guess. In what way? Hunter's tone is perfectly innocent. I, um, I can't quite put into words, but I'm sure I'll figure it out eventually. And after a brief hesitation, he nods. Hey, Hunter, where are... I stop myself mid-question before the words drop and break. Atlas, if your dream was ever even close to being correct, this is probably the worst possible way in time to ask him about his parents. So, iconically, so with every route, I can see the, the, my romance, my romance interest dreams, or like, see an event that they've experienced, and for some reason I just have the superpower and I don't know why. I got it from I can see Ollie's, Artemis, Theo's, Hunter's, Rofi's, and it's just like, why do I have the superpower? Why do I have the superpower? And I think Ollie, if you do Ollie's route, I think he sort of explained like a possible reason why this is happening, which I thought was super cool. This is probably the worst way I asked him to ask about his parents. He raises an eyebrow. So, sorry, I was just wondering if you live by yourself here. He nods. Yeah, it's just me. Only during breaks. I live on campus during the academic year. Oh, he still goes to school, okay. This house must have had dozens of rooms. What do you mean it's just you? I picture Hunter dining at the master's table, every other seat vacant, walking the halls with only his paw steps echoes as company, like a king standing alone on a vacant chessboard. I see. That makes sense. We should probably hurry and meet up with Artemis, don't you think? Right. I tucked the rest of my questions away. Now's not the time. Sounds like a plan. Let's go. And with that, Hunter escorts us briskly back outside, just a little faster than when we came in. We once again enter the harsh winter storm, now armed with a shovel each. Hunter checks his phone for Artemis's address briefly, then slips it back into his pocket. I reach for his paw naturally, and he turns back to smile, before starting off through the drifts. Frankly, I would have gone lost out here by myself. It's kind of an embarrassing thought to not be able to recognize the neighborhood I grew up in. But that childhood hometown seems so far away now, so long ago. I shake off those lingering thoughts and focus on keeping up with Hunter. Soon Artemis comes into view standing in front of one of the oldest looking houses on the block. Somehow he doesn't seem cold despite being in just a few hoodies, or he's really good at faking it. Our paws slip apart as we approach, though I'm unsure which one of us lets go first. Sorry for the holdup, we're ready to head out now. No worries, you have the address? The raccoon sticks out his tongue and points to his head. All up here. I know this town like the back of my paw. Artemis looks entirely unimpressed. He looked it up right before this, didn't he? The bird looks over at me. Hunter gives me the most Rofi-esque puppy. So, like, Hunter and Rofi are college buddies. So, of course, he would do this. No, for real, he definitely had the layout of this neighborhood memorized from the start. Artemis snorts. Right, whatever. Anyway, they're probably waiting for us. With Artemis traveling alongside us, our pace picks up noticeably. The bird's serious demeanor reminds me that this isn't just a fun romp in the snow. We've got work to do. Yeah, so everyone's day 4 always leads to here from the looks of that. Like, this is for sure a canon event. Day 4. Everybody's out in the snow. That Rofi face? Oh yeah. Very quickly, we came up on Ollie shoveling the driveway by himself. Despite his apparent aversion to cold, his progress was already remarkable. He's definitely done this many times before. Hunter bounds up to him with renewed energy, slinging the shovel over his shoulder. Where are we dropping, boys? You did not just say that. Okay. Alright, Hunter. Okay, man. Okay, buddy. You do you. And you never stop being you, okay? Hunter scores a smile out of me, though, and he definitely notices. Hey, all. The dino pauses his work for a moment, slapping some caked snow from his gloves. Theo needs us to clear the driveway and maybe move the car, too. He's inside right now with Rofi and sorting out Diana's things. The plan is to carry her out, and so we'll also need a good path across the street to number 30. Oh, did it? There might be a delay. That's weird. Why is it taking 10 years? Hold on, let me see. I refresh, I think it was, Okay. No, there's no delay. Yeah, okay, you probably just needed a refresh then. Yeah, you should be fine. The plan is to carry her out, so we'll also need a good path across the street to number 30. We all turn to the opposite side of the road, and number 30 is pretty obvious, as it's the only lit up house on the block. Great, thanks, Ollie. Let's get started. Hunter is the first to interrupt. Really quickly, I think Alice and I should check in with the Robinsons first. We were the ones who called them this morning, so we should probably make sure everything is settled. He turns to Ollie. Theo didn't beat me to the Robinsons, did he? No, he went straight to Diana with Rofi. Great. He plants our shovels into the snow and starts clumping across the street, not waiting for me this time. I realize and start following him, calling over my shoulder to Ollie and Artemis. Be right back. Why is he in such a hurry to do this now? Hunter pulls across the street and up to the Robinsons. I barely catch up with him as he pauses at the door. Hunter? He lets out another long breath, preparing to mask up again. Yeah, just give me a sec. I stand there quietly, waiting for him to finish. He shakes his head rapidly, then opens his eyes, ritual complete. Okay, let's sort this out first. Before I reply, he knocks on the door. Yes. There we go, signing up. And the same gruff voice from the phone grumbles out from behind the door. Good morning, it's Hunter, the individual you spoke to on the phone. Oh, yes. His tone smooths out immediately and the door swings open. The gruff, grumpy-looking groundhog could only be Tom Robinson. He looks angry at baseline. Sharp, beady eyes, a dip, constantly furrowed brow, and a tense forward-leaning posture, as if at any moment he might lunge. Oh yeah. So, day 4, there's new, we're meeting new people at day 4. So yeah, no, this guy's super new, if you've never seen any of the day 4 routes yet. A demeanor completely at odds with his pristine, polite phone manner, the businessman's persona he's been putting on. He ignores me entirely and fixes his gaze on Hunter, scouring him with his eyes. You look much younger than I expected. Supposedly complimentary words spoken with an artful hint of disdain. He stiffly offers a paw.
Tom Robinson. A pleasure. Hunter replies back evenly, gripping Tom's paw tight. I think I can almost see Tom wince when it happened. No, the pleasure is truly mine. Please come in. Hunter pulls his paw back, ending the paw shake. I would love to, but most politely decline at the moment. We are currently working to clear out Miss Diana's driveway to make her transport easier, and my support will be needed. Tom narrows his eyes, annoyance breaking through. I think we both see Hunter's game, denying Tom the home field advantage and letting the frigid weathered wear him down. Oh, okay. Smart idea, Hunter. I see. If I'm just checking in prior to helping with Diana's move, to make sure that you are prepared to accommodate her. Is everything ready for her transfer? We have arranged everything, yes. He gestures inside to the couch in the middle of their living room. We will have her stay here for the time being. Food and water will be provided, and there is a shower with a bathroom accessible in the downstairs area. Oh, y'all have a... y'all got your own private bathroom? I'm sorry, not private, actually. But you guys have a guest bathroom and shower. Sweet. Hunter nods. Excellent. Everyone's rich. Why everyone in this community got big houses? Oh, apparently I'm like the only one that's unemployed. I have no idea how I can even afford my own housing. I was supposed to leave, and then the winter happened. The storm happened. No, but not everybody's like doing good on cash, so the poor friend, the rest are looking after. Before I go, let's take some before I go, let's take some time to sort out your compensation. I see Tom's eyes gleam with a grotesque, almost nauseating light. Fantastic. I went ahead and performed a quick analysis of the nearby hotels in the area and their rates. According to my research, the average 4-star hotel is running for about $200. Now, if we consider a standard resort fee, and I feel my claws extend, and I ball my fists to keep them from showing. Resort fee? She's staying on the couch. He's not exactly running an elite establishment here. Thankfully, Hunter cuts him off. I appreciate your diligence doing some research. How does $300 a night sound? I can arrange that at this moment for, say, the next 2 nights. Tom seems taken aback by how easily Hunter throws out that figure, but hides his surprise quickly. That sounds more than fair to me. Hunter produces a fancy-looking checkbook from his coat pocket. When did he slip that in? And frappingly fills it out. He removes the check with a loud, crisp tear and hands to Tom. You'll find that I've included a bit extra to cover any possible fees or inconveniences. Very kind of you. Just as Tom reaches triumphantly for the check, Hunter pulls it away, a slick, practiced flick of the wrist. Their eyes locked. Ooh, what's happening? Hunter, what are you doing? In a heart beep, the raccoon's polite, friendly demeanor turns steely gaze, glaringly sharp. Whoa, okay, let's see. Okay, Hunter. Hunter, what's the plan? I trust this financial agreement will stay between us two. Tom blinks back at Hunter, and I catch a hint of a new emotion. Fear, maybe regret. I can't tell for sure. Truthfully, Hunter's rapid transformation is freaking me out. Just a little. Tom flicks eyes down at the check in his paw, then back up at Hunter. I try to catch a glimpse, but I can only make out 3 zeros before the decimal point. He gave Tom way more than 600. And he lets out a clearly nervous chuckle. Of course, I can assure you that. He just wanted to make sure Theo doesn't know. Hunter tips his paw, holding the check towards the groundhog once more, who stuffs the piece of paper in his pants pocket, his beady eyes flicking to a point straight over my shoulder. I think Hunter's the most loaded out of everybody here. Well, yeah, Theo, I mean, not Theo, Hunter really is like, ugh, what's a measly 600? I swish my tail uneasily at this interaction, although I feel a brush against another coat behind me. Oh, it's Theo. I jump a little, turning around to find Theo standing right there. Did Theo watch? Great, it's all sorted then. All smiles once more. Hunter turns to greet Theo, showing no surprise at his sudden appearance. Hey Theo, just making sure the place is all ready for Diana. Watching from the bushes. Local news. 40-year-old snow fox watching from the bushes. What is this old man doing? I actually don't know if he's 40, to be honest. I think he's in his mid to late 30s, methinks. I know he's not that old. I know he's not in his 40s. Theo gives Hunter a look. The Tom once a slow once over. And unusually brusque with Theo. His tone is short and annoyed, much like Tom. I try not to laugh too hard internally at my old joke. Now seems like a bad time. And it is sorted, as Mr. Austin just confirmed with me. We're ready to move her. A long, awkward silence. Good to hear. We'll be back, Tom. Fine, we're ready. Tom lets his normal gruffness seep back into his tone. Now, if you don't mind, you're letting in a draft. Knock when you're here. Tom shuts the door on us unceremoniously. I look over at Hunter, just in time to see the last hint of piercing gold leave his eyes. He looks back at me and smiles. I can't tell if it's real or not anymore, but I give one back to him. You two are on top of it today. Theo breaks up our little moment. Did Tom give you any trouble? Not at all. How's Diana? Rilfie is finishing up with her. Had a bit of a health incident while we were getting her ready, so we were stalled for a bit. Uh-oh. All the more reason for us to hurry then. The raccoon starts down the porch steps. What kind of incident? Well, is she alright? Hunter interrupts, turning back to face us. Yes, she's stable for now. Good, then let's head out. His question feels more like a demand, despite its light and easy tone. After a brief moment, Theo nods stoically and follows him down. With a swish of coats and tails, the two of them start trekking across to number 27 once more. I stand there still processing everything that happened in the last 5 minutes. I remember to follow behind the two of them this time. Was my question that bad? Was it weird to ask what happened to Diana? Everybody's just a little on edge, that's probably it. I convinced myself somewhat for now. I'm itching to sit down with the raccoon and brief this all later, though. Come on, Atlas, keep up. Don't make Hunter snap you back to reality for the 3rd time today. As we walk back to Diana's, I notice snow already building up on the shoveled pathway, the blizzard ignoring the hard work that our crew already put in. Artemis greets us out front, already hoisting his shovel for another round. Ollie is inside with Rofe. I think they're about ready. Thanks, Artemis. The fox nods and leads us along the side of the house. He grips the model doorknob and twists, clearly needing to put some force into opening the ancient door. Alright, you're gonna see the most nastiest house in this game. The combined stench of cigarette smoke and mildew hits me like a wall. I recoil and bump into Hunter, startling him. Hey, you good? Yeah, sorry, Jess. A second later, the smell hits him too, and I don't have to explain anymore. He makes a face that nearly earns a smile out of me, but we quickly refocus, notice Theo beckoning us inside. As we step through the door, stopping over boots on the nearly destroyed welcome mat, it now reads W-O-C-O-E. I hear Ollie's voice from further in. Alright, Diana, we have your things all set here. We walk down the small entryway and into the cluttered living room. I spot them immediately. The old woman stares warily from her distressed armchair, one milky eye glaring past me into nothing. Welcome to my humble abode. The old woman stares wearily from her distressed armchair, one milky eye glaring past me into nothing. Even bundled in a thick coat, she looks tiny. Theo's the first to enter, followed by myself. Hunter quietly lags behind. As we walk in, Diana keeps her gaze fixed on Theo, as if waiting to catch him stealing something. They exchange no words. Instead, the fox addresses Rofi, who is kneeling on the floor next to the armchair, fiddling with some kind of medical kit. We ready? Yeah, faster we get her to the Robinsons the better, but we're okay right now. I sneak another look at Diana, trying not to obviously stare. She looks pretty awful. Good thing Theo discovered her when he did. Hunched, real thin and trembling, but with an obvious attitude still smoldering behind those eyes. As I watch, she conjures a beaten-up old flask from the cushion of her easy chair and shakes it, listening for the telltale slosh. She grimaces and knocks it back before tossing it onto the floor, empty. How long has she been sitting here in this horrible old house? Whoopsie daisy. Does she ever even leave? Maybe for a grocery haul once a month? The intrusive thoughts weasel its way into my head before I can catch it. Oh, gosh. Could I end up like this? 60 years down the line? Will I even make it that far? Okay, anything else you unpacked? We can always come back for stuff too. As Ollie approaches, her gaze shifts towards me and I quickly turn away, looking for... Wait, where's Hunter? Almost forgotten, I scan the room, half expecting him to already be holding a bag for Diana, but he's completely out of sight. Hey, anyone see... My voice peters out under Theo and Rofi's intense discussion, and the simultaneous conversation Ollie's maintaining with Diana. Seems like they've got things covered here. Surely I've got a little time to backtrack and find Hunter. I retrace my steps to the entry hallway and spot him immediately. The raccoon stands with one arm pressed against the dirty, peeling wallpaper, leaning his head into it, and shaking her fur so slightly. Hey, Hunter. He jumps a little, sniffles, wipes his face on his coat, and turns around. Hey, Alice. I can tell his mask is down, his cheek wet fur and his eyes hollow. He won't look directly at me. Oh, Hunter. I'm not sure what's going on, but I do what feels natural, closing the gap between us and trying to go for a hug. As I cross the space, I see him flinch a little, backing up against the wall. It's obvious enough that I freeze in my tracks, just inches away from him. Oh. I pull my paws back as if burned. His expression is a mix of regret and fear. Sorry, Hunter. No. You're good. He shakes his head side to side, rapidly, then puts his face in his paws and exhales. His posture straightens, his body stills. When he looks back up, the scared look in his eyes is gone. I just needed a moment. Sorry. No, don't apologize. I shouldn't have... No, really, it's okay. You were oh, I know what's going on. No, I think Hunter looking at the old granny over there reminded him of his father. I think that's what's going on. Our fractured conversation is cut short by Theo calling from the living room. Hunter, Atlas, we need a few extra paws here. Hunter takes another breathe in. Can we talk? At home? Home. Not even meant to say it, but somehow it feels true. Hunter meets my gaze and nods. Yeah, we're coming. Sorry. The raccoon takes the lead, with me following close behind. Upon entering the room, it's obvious that everyone is waiting for us. Hey Atlas, grab that bag next to Ollie. And Hunter, can you get your shovel just in case we need a bigger path cleared in front of us? Rofi, running the show instead of Theo, is a little surprising. Admittedly, but we follow his directions. In my peripheral vision, I see Diana attempting to push herself up and out of her chair. After a few attempts, Ollie quietly offers her an arm, which, after one final try, she takes. She zeroes in on Hunter and me, standing in the entrance to the living room. Coming into someone's house without introducing yourself, huh? I turned to look at the raccoon, expecting him to flip the hunter and incorporate a switch, but his dull, glassy eyes were glued to the floor. Sweat beads freely on his forehead. I tell he's wound tighter than I've ever seen before. Something in this house is triggering him big time. Is it the smell? The mess? You two forget your hearing aids? Or are you just as rude as you look? The old lady? Ollie graciously jumps in to save the day. Oh no, Hunter is completely checked out. Like he generally does not want to be here right now. Diana, these are two of our friends, Alice and Hunter. They were helping us make your stay at the Robinsons go smoothly. I proffer an awkward grin and a weak wave. Hunter busies himself with packing and lifting bags, his back to the rest of the room. Yeah, he doesn't want to look at the ground anymore. Real quiet here, friends, she mutters loudly to Ollie, and he shrugs apologetically. The dino looks pointedly between the two of us. Even if he hadn't noticed it before, Hunter's behavior is obvious now. Also, Ollie is really good at knowing when somebody is not doing so hard, so he knows for sure that Hunter doesn't want to be here either. Refocusing, Ollie smiles at Diana and tips his feathered crest towards the door. They're great folks, but they've been working quite hard and are probably as exhausted as we are. Uh-huh. The old sheep looses a derisive grunt from between her yellow teeth. Derisive? Derisive? Real tiring, I'm sure, sitting snug as a bug in Theo's palatial estate. But no, St. Tom's ratty couch will do for little old me. Ugh, figures. I turn away to conceal my annoyance. That ratty couch costs Hunter at least $1,000. The raccoon remains perfectly silent, his back to the rest of the room. He refuses to even look at her. Theo coughs and comes up beside Ollie, resting one paw on the dino's shoulder. We still have some work ahead of us. Ready to go? Yeah, sorry, we're just getting acquainted. Theo doesn't reply, instead crouching next to Diana preparing to lift her. If we get Ollie's day 4, I think we get to see what Ollie and the old you, are talking about. And how, like, they get so friendly terms with each other. You better not drop me, you hear? Theo doesn't respond to that either. Alright, go ahead and lean back against my arms here. I'll lift you, and you keep against my chest while we walk. Alice, could you get the door for us? Right, yes, gotcha. I'm pulled away from the scene by the dog's voice, and I pass through the hallway to the front door quickly. I don't have to pull very hard, though. The unforgiving storm practically blows the door open. I stand by the door as Rolfie files out first, followed by Theo, who seems surprisingly comfortable carrying Diana. She must be so light. Ollie exits next, close by Diana's side, then Hunter. His paws are balled into fists, one of them strangling the shovel, in stark contrast to our earlier walk. I resist the urge to grab his other paw. I give Diana's place a final once-over, then shut the door behind me. I can't make out exactly what's happening at the front of the entourage, but I do my best to follow the group. Truthfully, only Hunter has my full attention. One must be going through his mind right now. Despite having his shovel with him, he remains at the back of the party. Leonidas picks up the slack without complaints, clearing a path at Rolfie's command. Before long, they reach number 30, and Rolfie knocks rapidly on the door. Tom answers, ushering everyone in one by one. He turns his attention to the two of us at the back of the line, and proffers a stiff nod. Hunter responds in kind. Let's head back. Flat, toneless, hollow. We're not needed. I don't reply, suffocated by the mood. With one last, inscrutable look at us, Tom bangs the door shut. The wind seemed to slow, as if in response. The soft showers of snowflakes cease. It's just me and him now, the only two people in the world. I look at him. He looks away. We float, suspended in the downy white vacuum. Hunter turns and walks down the center of the street. From the slope of his shoulder and the careless shifting of his feet, he looks like he could just keep walking forever. Destination unknown. I follow silently back down the path to Theo's house. Theo's front door is unlocked, luckily, and Hunter lets us both in. He heads straight for the stairs, but I find myself frozen in thought, standing stock still at the entrance. Interesting. So everybody else, I'm actually going to save here. So everybody else, well actually, what do I mean everybody else? It's just Rofi and Theo. It's just Rofi and Theo. We didn't went back to the house like this quickly. We actually stayed much longer. But this route is different. He heads straight for the stairs, but I find myself frozen in thought, standing stock still at the entrance. Hesitate to fully step through. He turns around and waits me over. Come on. We can talk. My ears perk up at the invitation, and I pad over quickly, keeping close behind him as he walks to his room. He shuts the door behind us and takes off his coat. Then he sits on his bed, patting the spot next to him for me. Every movement he makes feels choreographed and deliberate, like a performance. I take my place next to him, not wanting to risk even a single breath, afraid to interrupt the scene. He exhales. Then he rests his elbow on his thighs, snout in his paws, taking off the mask. Aw, buddy. So, he stops there, like he's waiting for me to start questioning him, but I don't. You probably want to talk about today. A little, yeah. Oh yeah, it's nice art. Did you want to talk about anything specifically? I mean, where do I even begin? I'm not sure. Hunter, what's going on? That's a loaded question. We sit in mutual silence. Hunter keeps his gaze on me, waiting for me to make the first move, playing defensively. Is it okay if I just listen to you talk? I don't want this to feel like an interview or a quiz. I want you to tell me what you want to tell me. I want to let the conversation breathe. He takes a moment to consider my question, maybe weighing how much to say, how to say it, and I just wanted to resolve the situation. Theo was stressed, everyone was stressed, and I felt like I had the tools to make this whole mess much easier for everyone. The tools being money? He drops his eyes and turns away from me. Yeah, I don't want to get all touchy or braggy or I don't even know. Money's a hard thing for a lot of people, so I don't talk about it. Yeah, my family didn't exactly struggle financially, especially when I was growing up. Past tense. And from what I'd seen, an understatement. And this issue with Tom, I mean, I could clear it off the board with an insignificant amount of money, to me anyway. And you wanted to keep Theo out of it. He shifts a little, unlacing his paws and lacing them again. The bed creaks softly. Well, I think you picked up on it too. It's pretty obvious that things are icy between them. I'm sure there's history, and I don't want to tread on Theo's tail by looping him in. Oh, the way you phrased that seemed like a bribe, so Tom would keep his mouth shut. I saw how much you... Yeah, and I did that because it made things easier. His voice picks up in volume just slightly, his frustration earning a tiny flinch from me. He noticed it instantly. Sorry. He holds up his empty paws like he's showing me he's not dangerous. Then he hides his snout in them, looking away again. I'm sorry. I really am. I didn't mean it like that. I let out a breath. No, it's okay. It's been a trying day. I understand. Oopsie daisy, 1 second. There we go. No, that's not an excuse. He squeezes his eyes shut for a moment. It's just, I know I have access to these resources. What good are they doing just sitting in my pockets and collecting dust? Yeah, I know Theo would want to handle himself, and I know he'd argue with me. So I saved them the trouble. I saved both of us the argument. All I needed to do was make sure Tom didn't have a reason to open his mouth. And in this world, money is loud. He huffs softly, distantly. I can see a memory flitting about just behind his eyes. Images of an ink-stained page in a shaky hand. There's never really a good time to ask about a possibly deceased parent, right? Did you learn that from someone? He smiles wistfully. My dad. I take the next step. Is he still? He doesn't reply, but shakes his head. A slow no. Hunter. His paw is open. On his leg, I could reach for it. It's right there. But I so clearly remember him backing away, pressing himself up against the smoke-stained wall of Diana's home. If I chase him, he might run. Were you too close? No. Well, yeah, sort of. It's kind of hard to say, for sure. When I was younger, he kept his distance. Our interactions were formal. He felt more like a boss than a dad. Real friends don't really exist. The deep, rich voice echoes in my head. But you felt close to him. Later on, I did. He sort of mellowed out a little, I guess. I wasn't really sure what was going on, especially in high school. No one really filled me in. But he had moments here and there. Like he'd remember we were family. By then, his memory had started to go. So I guess maybe he forgot that he was trying to raise some corporate businessman in me. Okay, hold on. Wasn't sure what was going on, but he had moments here and there, like you remember we were family. Oh, he has dementia. Okay, dementia. Okay, gotcha. Okay, he had dementia. That's why. That explains it. He says it so matter-of-factly, as if the words held no weight at all. I'm not quite sure how to put it. The more he forgot, the more he seemed to share with me. I almost could have called him a good friend towards the end, but not a father. He sighs. I'm not sure. There was a few years ago at this point, I've tried to convince myself that I don't feel sad and I don't miss him. For the most part, I think I've succeeded. I don't miss what he was, I know. I think maybe I miss what he and I had. Whatever that was. He shifts his gaze from the floor back to me. The conversation feels done, but there's so much more I want to ask. I flash back to that grim, panicky moment in Diana's cluttered hallway. His fragile, frightened expression. Our quiet exchange just now was certainly heavy, but it wasn't scared. What was it that treated him so badly? Is it Diana reminding him of his dad? I'm thinking. I feel my next question, the logical next question, start to boil over, bubbling up and out of my mouth. Oh, is this alright? What about... Then I catch myself, just in time. This is what I saw in my dreams. This scene right here. Not now, Atlas. My voice cracks in my throat a little. Oh my goodness. So is everyone gonna have a day 5? Do you have a favorite memory of him that stumps him for a bit? I don't know if there's any one moment. The softest of smiles settles onto his expression. But I really did feel closest to him in high school. Every day I'd come home from school and we'd talk, like a normal father and son would. There's no proper language, no exception. We would just talk about anything. My joy was his. He was every bit the dad I could ask for during those moments. He wipes his eyes on his heart. 2 days in a row with you, huh? He points to his wet cheek fur, and I could feel a bit of that familiar mischief return to his voice. What can I say? My presence just brings tears to people's eyes. I'm like an onion. I earn a snort from Hunter. Sure you are. I don't know if that's a good thing overall, but I don't mind it, I think. He stands up from the bed and gets a nice big stretch in. I get up and stand back away, giving him space. What a contrast from this morning. Hey, remember how I said I was good on sleep? Yeah? I lied. He sticks out his tongue. The moment I stop to consider it, I feel my own exhaustion creep up and take hold. I think I lied too. He smiles and shakes his head, flopping back onto the blankets. Then maybe a group nap is in order. I'm interested, but I glance over at the bed, unsure of my next move. I meet Hunter's eyes with my own, and time stops for a split second. Then he waves me over with one paw, again patting the spot next to him in bed. That's all the encouragement I need, and I quickly join him under the covers, snagging one of his pillows for myself. I pull the chessboard blanket up to cover me, the embroidered king laying gently across my chest. No pieces standing in between us. Hunter turns and reaches for the lamp switch, returning us to darkness once more. Hunter shared a lot with me today. I feel like the pieces are starting to fall into place. Starting to. There's still so much to dig through. I extend one arm slightly. Tentatively. Wanting to feel my paw in his again, but afraid he'll pull away. Let him come to you, Atlas. He looks down at my paw, then at me. Oh, great art. That art's great. Then he reaches to take my paw, squeezing it gently with his, so I don't lose track of you. I let out a breath, and with it, the memory of his panicked face. I feel myself physically relaxed, steadied by his presence. We should probably set an alarm so we don't miss dinner, or something. Or we could just sleep. I think I could hibernate through the rest of the storm right now. But think of all the gains you'd be missing out on. Oh, totally. My sick for gains from my killer beach bod. Have you actually been working out this whole time? He gestures to the weight rack against the wall. I gotta maintain my form. A colossal yawn interrupts me before I can reply. I'm just that boring with my exercise routines, huh? I laugh and reach to ruffle his head fur. Never. It's been anything but boring with you so far. Boom. Dum, dum. We let the dark swallow up our conversation for a little bit. Hey, Atlas. Yeah? I know you probably have more questions about today. Yeah, I do. I'll let the truth out. I have so many more, but my voice trails off. I promise we'll talk more about everything soon. Just give me time. Okay. I trust you. I feel his paw against my cheek. Soft, textured paw pads tracing the spots in my fur. Thank you, Atlas. His voice fades as he starts to fall asleep. I take that as my signal to stop fighting the exhaustion, letting it take over. The last thing I feel before I slip off to dreamland is his paw, still wrapped tightly around mine. And Is that day 4? Yep, that's day 4. Thank you for playing. Promise to keep is 100% independent and 100% AI free. Thank goodness. From conception to release. Yeah, that was real nice. But yeah. Next, day 4 is going to be either Artemis or Ale, depending who wins the poll. And then I don't know if there's going to be a day 5 for everybody, because that sounds like a lot of updates for every route. Please stay tuned for our next release. Until then, Theo store is open. Hey, let's go. And we have... I would show you the gallery, but I don't want to spoil you. Promise to keep, not contributing to the RAM prices increase. God bless. Thank you. Thank you, promises to keep. But we did it. And as a reminder to everybody, this game is 100% free. You can play it. You can play it for yourself. It's a fun read. It's a very fun, cozy read. It's safe for work. Really, the only thing you gotta worry about are the curses, and that's it. Like this game is like super duper PG-13. You can you can like beat a route in one night. Apparently, wonder we'll ever hear Alice curse one day. It's gonna slip. It's gonna slip. And then I'm gonna have to I don't know if you're JoJo fans, but I'm gonna have to activate Bite the Dust or King Crimson that out of the timeline. One of those two. You know, the crazy thing is that if you look over here, there's a voice value, and I'm thinking, is this gonna have voice actors? Voice acting? I do wonder. I think it's probably like a Patreon goal, because I know they're not doing this via Kickstarter, that's for sure. Gotta figure out which character I hit Kenna with your voice. I don't think I can do Ruffy justice. I don't have that puppy voice at all. Maybe Artemis. It's either Artemis or maybe Theo. I can like probably, because when I think Theo being the oldest of the group, I imagine he's probably got a decent amount of gruff going on in his voice. Yeah, Theo. Yeah. But there's like parts where Theo actually gets like legitimately angry. I'm just like, oh man, I actually gotta sound angry. Like actually angry. Actually angry. But yeah, this game is absolutely free. Y'all can play it as well. Not in your nature to be angry. Oh yeah. For sure. But yeah, no, this game is rocking. We're at version 0.9. And actually, you know what? Did the Patreon voting end? I hope it didn't. I didn't vote yet. Hold on. Okay, please tell me the poll is still up. And how much time do I have before I have to decide? Patreon promises to keep. Okay. I can finally look at the Patreon and not get spoiled anymore. Good gosh. I've been avoiding both Discord and Patreon just so I don't get spoiled. Now I can just like they wrote file. Let me see. Oh, I just gotta pay $10 and I can vote? Okay. Wait, hold on. before I do that, 1 second, because I need to go in my Wait, hold on. Discard. No, that's Cryptic Crush. Okay. Okay, hold on. Yes, please. All right, cool beans. Yeah, I'm just gonna go for Ollie. I think I want to see more of Ollie's. Okay. It's your future. There's another, so that's it for Promises to Keep. There's actually no more content. I mean, for me, I've already went through all the content, so there's just no more for me. There is this other game that I want to show you. Hold on, let me see if I can find it. Oh, dang it. Did I remember to, hold on. Cryptid. I think I may have forgotten to transfer that save data over to this new computer. Let me see. I'm about to find out. Cryptid Crush. Oh dear. Oh no. Uh-oh. You know what? I actually don't mind starting all over because I think it's a pretty fun game. Yeah. Let's do a sneak peek. So it's hold on, Cryptic Crush. So Arptastic, are you a fan of D&D or Baldur's Gate? One of those two. Okay, it is downloading. By the way, the game I'm about to show you, haven't played. Nah, I know a little about it though. Okay. Okay. You know how in D&D or in Baldur's Gate you gotta like do dice rolls. You gotta roll dices, and depending on how good you roll, determines like the outcome. Let me see. Yeah, this game I'm about to show you is also 100% free. You can find it in itch.io, same website how I found Promises to Keep. Okay, here it is. Yes, extract please. Let me see. Yeah, so this visual novel is kind of crazy. It's kind of crack. So it's a visual novel with actual tabletop RPG elements added onto it. So you can do things like perform investigation checks and all the likes. Okay, here we go. Yeah, you know what? I actually don't mind starting over. One, I'm not that far off. I didn't even really get that far. And two, it's pretty fun. Okay. Let's see if we can get this game launching. So let me see. Cryptid Crunch. And Cryptid Crush. Nice, it's showing. Ooh. There we go. Yeah, sorry about that. Okay, is this good? There we go. That should be better. Sorry about that. This is my first time actually launching it on the new computer. Okay, cool.
Good. Let's full screen that. So this is Crypt Crush. This is just a sneak peek. It's actually still somewhat semi-loud. There we go. There we go. Okay. So yeah, this is Cryptic Crush, and I'm gonna start a new game to show you. Oh yeah, this game's got some voice acting, not all of it.
I'm glad I got a hold of you in time. You're wildly unprepared to enter this world, and I'd rather not see a human be torn apart by the fabric of reality.
Yes, I'm a human.
You can speak, can't you?
This game taking your There's gonna be some narration where absolutely no voice acting is happening, so don't worry. I still have a part-time job here. The pay stinks, but at least I'm getting paid.
Oh, you're a funny one. In any case, I'm going to ask, what's your name?
Okay, so I'm actually not gonna name myself Atlas here. I'm actually gonna give myself a different name. The reason why behind that is because there is already a character in this game named Atlas. Or Plus. You got it. Oh, I need a last name. R plus. They're taking your job and your name. No. No. That's all I have. Oh, I'm gonna be sick. What's a good last name? I should probably just put down Wolf and just be done with A. That's fine. Arpless the Wolf. Alright, Arpless Wolf. I'll keep that in mind.
What's that? Who am I? Definitely not the Mothman. Now, how would you like to be addressed?
Oh man, the voices. The voices are just like, they're there.
Good choice.
Oh boy.
Spicing it up, are you? Now, how would you like? Good choice.
Actually, no, go back to voice B.
Now, how would you like to? Good choice. Spicing it up, are you?
Also, game difficulty. What kind of heat are you looking for? Alright. We got easy, we got cryptid, which is the default difficulty. There's ghoul, and there's demon, extra hard. That sounds like a cat or something. I know. We only got 2 choices. It's all we can work with, but we'll make it work. By the way, so I've only played this game for like 40 minutes. I'm just gonna go ahead and pick extra hard because I am all about that life. Oh, you're a masochist. On top of raising all damage healing values, this difficulty raises all roll difficulties as well. This is such a gamer. Give me a challenge, even if it kills me.
What's with the random questions? Well, those who lack a sense of self tend to disintegrate upon entry into this realm of existence. I'm just here to help jog your memory.
I think I'm gonna choose a preset. Oh, actually, hold on. Let's go through the first choice because some of these choices are just hilarious.
Oh, great. Let's just zoom through these questions. So tell me about yourself. What's your preferred type of beverage?
I picked... Okay, so we got sparkling water. It's water that fights back. Water, but I'm not a nerd about it.
A total concoction I call Physicular. Simple herbal tea. It's less about the drink and more about the presentation. I'm 70% iced coffee at this point. Yeah. Tea was the obvious choice here.
Name one of your greatest weaknesses.
Name one of your greatest weaknesses. I've got noodle arms. I'm pretty scatterbrained. I freeze up when I need to act fast. I never believed in bad luck. Noodle arms are a funny one. Actually, hold on. Let me look at my arms. They're okay. They're okay. They're okay. I actually forgot which one I picked. I think I picked I never believed in bad luck. You have a whole hot body hunting down there. Yeah, I do. Yeah, I do.
What's something you're ignoring right now?
Exercising. Huh? Sorry, I zoned out. I'm in no rush to anything. Wouldn't you like to know, Moth Boy?
What would you say is your strongest quality?
I exercise regularly and can keep a routine. I'm never afraid to ask questions. I work fast and somehow stay on task. I think I am never afraid to ask a question. Again, I can't remember the ones that I picked.
If you had an entire day to yourself, where would you spend it?
Hiking with a buddy in a backpack. Wandering around town.
If you were a cryptid, what would you be?
Come on. It's obviously a werewolf. It's obviously a werewolf. I have no other choice.
Yeah. Great, interesting. Now, how do you envision yourself?
So that's me. So you're only human. So I'm actually gonna go back.
What's that? Who am I? Good choice. Spicing it up, are you?
Demon.
What's with those who lack a sense of self tend to
let me actually check and see how
entry into this realm of existence. I see. What kind of person are you?
Oh, they should just straight up tell you what kind of okay. I'm pretty active with a strong personality, brawn and hustle. I'm an absolute bookworm, brawn and hustle, brains and hustle. I'm just a people person, charm and occult. I've got an iron will and an empty brain, guts and brawn. Okay. I'm trying to remember what were my stats before, and I'm trying to see if I can like exactly replicate what they were. Head empty. I've got an iron will and an empty guts. Let me see. Dun, dun, dun. I'm head empty. Did I pick this one?
Wonderful. It seems you're rather sure of yourself. It seems my time here is up. Good luck. And no
Oh, wait. I don't get to choose my appearance? Wait, what happened? Oh, let me... Okay, hold on. I'm sorry. I did not know it would just interrupt like that. Let me... Yeah.
I was just resting my eye. You seem rather lost.
Oh,
Is there
wait a
anything
minute.
I can help you with?
Oh.
Mixing things up?
Yeah, I want to redo my
Right,
stats.
great. Let's just zoom through these. So tell me about yourself. What's your preferred type of beverage?
Here you go.
Name
Herbal
one of your
tea.
greatest weaknesses.
I never believed in bad luck. Are you supposed to be able to edit each part? I thought you were able to, but never
What's something
mind.
you're ignoring right now?
Let me see. Wouldn't you like to know, Moth Boy?
What would you say is your strongest quality?
I'm never afraid to
If
ask
you had an entire
questions.
day to yourself, where would you spend it?
And I'm pretty sure I picked hiking with a buddy in a backpack.
If you were a cryptid.
Grow off.
Yep. Anything else?
I need dad advice. Okay.
Back in my day.
Don't forget to stretch your wings and your talons.
Yep. Anything else?
No, we're done. We're done here.
Where are you going?
The very beginning. Sure. Let me just forget everything about you.
Hello?
Okay.
Can you hear me? I'm glad I got a hold of you in time. You're wildly unprepared to enter this world, and I'd rather not see a human be torn apart by the fabric of reality. You can speak, can't you?
Oh no, did I mess that up? Okay.
Oh, you're in it.
Oh no, hold on. Art. Wait. Shoot. Hold on. R plus wolf. There we go. Okay. So let's just actually, yeah. Menu. Okay. Okay, we're still R plus wolf.
You seem rather lost. Is there anything I can help you? Where are you going?
Jump to 0. Yes. There we go. Okay. And we should still be on. Let's actually save. There we go. Let me see. In case we're not on the hardest difficulty, I can always just check back. But yeah, a little bit of sneak peek of Cryptic Crush, and trust me, this game gets actually sort of addicting because of the tabletop mechanics. Your phone startles you awake, a trail of messages scrolling down your screen. Hey, are you awake? And this is why we're not naming ourselves Atlas, because that name is already taken by a moth. It's time. Ghostly time. I sent you the address. Just follow the radio tower and you'll find it. Wow, like the first actual name you see. Yeah. I thought I was talking. I thought I was the one who was talking. Artless Arplus, best of friends. And I thought I was the one who was talking at first until I realized, wait a minute. All you can manage to type back in your half-sluggish state is. Okay. Yep, that's our character. Dot, dot, dot. You feel a sudden icy chill jolting you awake and sending shivers down your spine. Yeah, that was super confusing. I regret using my name because there is no way I could continue without remembering if I'm speaking or if my moth friend Atlas is speaking. So we're just gonna have to go with this name from now on. You see a large fuzzy gray cat with 3 eyes and a flaming tail shoving her translucent paw through your face. Oh, and Arptastic. So the goal here, me as my personal goal as a streamer is to stream every day, at least 2 hours minimum, for the entire February, right? And really, and again, it's for me to build discipline, to be consistent. I'll be tuning in when I can. Yeah, again, it's really no pressure. This is a challenge that I made for myself. A challenge that I intend to complete until the month ends. And then after that, maybe we'll just go back to weekends. And you see a large fuzzy gray cat with 3 eyes and a flaming tail shoving her translucent paw through your face.
Greetings, mortal.
With a yelp, you let out of bed, the shimmering tabby cat facing right through you.
Can't you just be normal?
Ooh, wowzers. Hold on. Okay, we're just gonna have to rock with this voice until I decide to change it back. Change it back to what it was before. Oh, well,
You
Z's.
slept through 3 alarms.
It's now concert. Appreciate it. Okay. I'm awake, and I'm running late. You rush around your room gathering everything you could possibly need for tonight. You then run through your mental checklist. Don't forget your flashlight, bolt cutters, granola bars, and you squat down to tie your shoes and slip on your jacket. Opening the door, you step out into the stuffy hallway and march out to your car. Wait for me.
Taro has raced to catch up with you, meowing in protest as she kicks off the top steps and floats down the stairs, phasing right through the apartment wall. Chapter 0: Dead Air. Taro finally lands on your shoulder, and as you reach your car, it nips your ear. Ow! You try to brush the phantom cat off your shoulder, but your hand sweeps right through her. Gotcha. You flick on the headlights before backing up and pulling onto the street. Are you sure Atlas is going to be any help? Taro keeps her little paws tucked under her fluffy fluff like a fuzzy bread loaf. You know what they say about Mothmen?
Excuse me?
That they're bad omens. Bingo. Omen or not, I could use all the help I can get. Right, that nasty curse. You should really get that checked out. Isn't that your job?
That's cute.
You don't expect me to work on an empty stomach, do you? I'm feeling faint. Do you need me to stop and get you something? Oh, no, don't worry about me. Ow. Survive. You're the one dealing with that wrench curse, not me. I don't feel any different. Oh, and you will. And it's going to be agonizing. You never mentioned that. I didn't want to scare you. And even describing this curse brings about evil. So, you can't get rid of it, and you can't even talk about it. And it's going to be excruciating. Is there anything else you forget to tell me? Well, there's a countdown. A countdown? That's right. It's a countdown to your imminent demise. That's not funny. I'm not joking, sorry. How much time do I have? That's for a cat to know, and a physician to find out. But that's why you're here, right? Being a cosmic guardian and all. You're meant to protect me. Absolutely. Your phone chimes, buzzing in the cup holder. Where are you? I'm on my way. Sheesh, unlike most of us, you can't fly. I mean, unlike you, most of us can't fly. You fell back asleep, didn't you? I'm not nocturnal. Not with that attitude. So, do you see the station? Leaning forward, you glance upwards toward the distant radio, tower cutting through the night air. I think so. Is it just the three of us? Depends. How cool are you with devils? Pretty cool? Why? I have a friend who just got off work and was wondering if they could tag along. I figured I'd ask you first. Yeah, I definitely feel safer in a larger group. Sweet. See you soon. Don't forget about the phantom frequency. Channel 103.1 Elkhorn Radio. I've got it. Great thunk. The sound of feathers brush against the microphone, and the audio fizzles out before Alice squeaks. Sorry, I hit a lamppost. I'll meet up with you soon. Drive safe. Alice hangs up. You picture Alice wildly fluttering around a giant light bulb. Then it dawns on you. I forgot my flashlight. Looks like we'll need to make that pit stop and snack run. Rolling into view is a dingy-looking gas station named Owl's Owl Nighter. Dozens of sun-bleached local ads plastered the foggy store windows. Weeds sprouting through the cracks in the cement. This place looks safe enough, right? Well, it's well lit at least. A pleasant jingle echoes into the night air. As the door leading out of a roadside mini-mart swings open, you walk out into the starlight carrying a convenience store sushi roll and a cheap flashlight. I love sushi. My store has a good deal with sushi. You can get for the price of $6 every Wednesday, sushi's on sale. I'm a big sushi fan. Who are you now? Glad to hear. I think sushi is wonderful. In fact, I think on Wednesday I'll get some sushi, because that's when the sushi sale happens.
That sushi was
suspiciously underpriced.
Oh, you hold the receipt up to the neon open sign, eyeing it closely.
Oh well.
You shuffle back to your car, bounty and tail glaze over the horizon.
You haven't had a moment to yourself since that cat practically poofed into existence. Opening the car door, you plop down the bag of groceries with a big of a huff. Your ear catches a low, restrained sound of claws scraping against leather. The sound of some terrible creature trying to hide her devilry. Sushi stream? Ah, yes, please. Taro, you goblin, that's my car. Hmm? Taro plays her paws and stretches, dragging her claws across the car seat. Well, as my Meowth there always said, the world is your scratching post. I'll consider sparing your car's interior if you offer me something I want. She tilts her head to one side, closes her eyes expectantly. You roll your eyes, reach over, gently scratching Taro beyond the ear. She's awfully cold for a big fuzzy cat. You're a real handful, Taro. Seriously, what kind of cat drags me out past midnight for some expired sushi? We have places to be. An angel, of course. Or that's what I call myself anyway. You do know I'm not just a normal cat, right? Now power over the goods. You peel off the plastic wraps and slide towards the demanding cat. You turn the key in the ignition, the old car rattling to life. You better get going before I totally chicken out. The car drives off, peeling out of the convenience store parking lot and down the dimly lit streets of Long Hope. Taro scarfs down the last bit of sushi, licking specks of rice off her nose. Aren't we on the lookout for that phantom frequency? Oh, right. You slide your hand over to the dash and click on the stereo. The radio whirs with harsh statics as it switches between frequency until it reaches 103.1. The static is cut with a crisp and peppy tune, cueing the start of some sort of radio show.
Good evening, Freaksters. I'm your host, Madhouse Mike, live at Elkhorn County Radio. What's that? Seems my producer's letting me know that I am, in fact, dead. Thanks, Debbie. Thanks a lot.
I love the
Before we get
ad-libs.
started, I just wanted to give a shout out to all my listeners. It is your support that keeps this show alive. So, as a thank you, I'll be starting tonight's show with some fan mail.
Madhow clears his throat with emphasis.
Hey, lovely. You want to make thousands working with a flexible schedule from home? Of course you do. Join our loyal family and become the independent girl boss of your dreams. For a tiny fee of $1,200, you two can enroll in our courses and start feeding today. Join us and flourish, the Great Mother. Wow. Thanks much for that threatening and oddly fleshy letter. Seriously, this thing is meaty.
You turn off the radio. Yuck. Didn't you mail in a fan letter? I wouldn't call myself a fan. Heck, I've never even heard of the guy. You grimace, glancing out the window as the woods begin thinning out into a clearing. That seems a tad insincere, bothering a fellow you don't even know. The skeletal frame of the radio tower stretches up over the horizon, looming over your destination. That folk guy sounded like... Doesn't he sound like Gilbert Gottfried? That's what I thought. My exact thoughts. No worries. I knew what you meant. Pulling in the radio station overgrown parking lot. You park between the fading lines. Taro hops up and jumps into her human's arm, insisting on being carried like the oversized baby she is. You open the car door and step outside. You feel the brush of Taro's whiskers against your cheeks, somewhat easing your fears.
Oh dear.
Okay, we'll be fine. It's just a haunted station on a hill, no big deal. You click on the hefty flashlight with a tight grip. You angle the light towards the station, as well as the large metal fence in front of it. Ugh, forgot the bolt cutters again. You turn your attention instead to a large sheet of wood spray, painted with crude letters attached to the fence. You read it out loud. Keep out. Trespassers will be murdered later. Ah, cool. I heard the place glows red on Friday nights, and on the air, sign never burns out. But just silly rumors if you ask me. Where is everyone? It's already 2 a.m. They should have been here by now. Check the time you stuff your phone into your pocket and scan your surroundings with your flashlight. This calls for investigation. Or I could just shoot them in text? No, not like that. You've got to roll. I left my dice at home. What am I looking at? Okay, here goes the dice mechanics. Sometimes things require skills and a bit of luck, so to determine how your fate unfolds, you have to roll. You'll be given a difficulty rating that you have to meet or surpass. The universe will then add a modifier based on your stats, brains in this case. This feels like some kind of forbidden knowledge. Oh, it is. Now try rolling for real.
Are you even trying?
Wow, that was awful. Don't worry though. If you fail a roll, don't fret. You have a chance to change fate by spending karma. You know, let me just call Atlas. What's karma, you ask? Well, whenever you fail a roll, you can expend karma to reroll. You can reroll as many times as you have karma, whether you succeed or fail that roll, but you have to be smart with it. You can only get a point of karma when you fail and decide not to reroll. You got it? I'm sure someone around here gets it. Great. I'll tap that button and try rerolling those dices. 9 plus 3 is a success. The flashlight scans over the empty lot, light dragging across the shadowed windows, and over the overgrown shrubbery, it suddenly catches a pair of beady red eyes lurking in the tree line, the light glinting off the unblinking eyes.
What the heck?
You yelp in surprise, dropping your flashlight. In a flash, the figure leaps from the branches and splays its wings, swooping down before landing with a somersault. Dramatically, the very clouds overhead part, silvery moonlight revealing the creature's feathery visage. Wait, Atlas?
The one and only. I thought I'd scope out the perimeter before diving right in.
This is the guy that took my name, took my job, took... What's the, how did that old meme go? They took my... Hold on, I'm looking this up. They took my flow bar by bar or something like that. I gotta look. But yeah, I think that'll be good for a little preview of what's to come, because I'm gonna need a visual novel to read you guys, and this one is really fun, really fun. But yeah, let's go ahead and call the stream here. Arptastic, it is so wonderful. Oh yeah, I love rolling me some dices. But yeah, it's wonderful to see you again, Arptastic, and thank you for everybody else for tuning in, be it you on YouTube or Twitch. I will be streaming tomorrow, continuing this fun visual novel for you all, for your pleasure. But I am tired, I am beat, I want to make some tea and go to sleep. Till then, good night y'all, take care.